Going off what John said about owning segments, I've seen it done. I'm a BMX rider. You know, my history is in BMX. Mountain biking is fairly new to me, but just the thought of a bike park is amazing. You know, I come out. This is my second time here. Had a blast. But with the trails, you know, companies can get involved, whether you know it's Diamondback or a computer company, beer company, no matter what it is. They can sponsor a certain segment. You know, a line, different elements of the course. You know, it's like here's the Diamondback wall ride. You know, they fund it. You know, they spend the money to build this one element, you know, it's logoed, and you get people riding, you know, oh, did you hit the Diamondback wall ride, you know, did you hit this? And I've seen it, even at BMX contests, you know, like Nike put a big push on that, and they had bright orange elements all over, and it was like the Nike this, the Nike that, and I think if companies got on board, you know, whether they spend $5,000 or $50,000, you know, they spend a little bit of money, and they sponsor a line or a certain, you know what I mean, like an element on the course, I think that'd be huge, just brand recognition. People are riding, they're talking about it, and they're name dropping while they're talking about what they did. And I just think that'd be a good opportunity for companies as well. You know, because you can spend as much money as you want, really, like to invest in a jump, an obstacle, a whole line. You know, and for park development, you know, with money being an issue, I think that's huge.
Nate, as a branded athlete, I mean, what do you see when you come to a place like this?
A good time. Like it just brings family bike rides to a whole nother level. You know, people can come with their whole family. Like, I don't have any kids, but my wife likes riding bikes. She rides road now, but you know, if she had a mountain bike, we could come out here and we can have an equal good time. You know, there's stuff that I can have fun on, there's stuff she can have fun on, and seeing families riding around, it's great. You know, kids can learn to ride. You know, they might not know anything about bikes. They go pick up a bike at Walmart and they come riding here, and next thing you know, they need a better bike, and that'll be helpful. No matter what. Anyone from any company can hope that they go towards their bikes, but that's, you know, we build the best bikes we can, and if you ride bikes, you have an option, you know, so it's...
Does a place like this push you when you come out here and you see kids doing stuff on a bike that, you know, were you doing stuff on a bike at this age when you see kids out here doing that? I mean, they're licking your heels. I mean, you know that, right?
Next year is 25 years competing on a bike for me, so I've been from a 6-year-old kid to 12 years riding professionally, so I've seen a lot. I've ridden a lot of different terrain, courses, jumps, and as far as a public bike park, this place is amazing. Like, I've been up in Canada for just over a year now, and there's a few public parks, but nothing like this. You know, you'll get a couple acres, you know, they have a couple lines of jumps, you know, small, medium, large, and then there's a few little wooden ladders like what's over there. But nothing like this built on a mountain. So I think if this could be a platform for people to copy, and, you know, other parks can use this as not even a template, but, you know, like, I want my park to be like that, if not better. It's awesome.
I can tell you too, you know, from my side at Stevens, you know, our bike park is fairly small in comparison, but you look at, we're the only bike park in Washington. There is 0 bike parks in Oregon. You have to go all the way down to North Star, the most farthest north bike park in comparison to us. You got to go out to Idaho to find one. You got to go to BC to find one. And I'll be honest with you, you know, the summer operation in my lifetime will probably never overtake the winter operation. But even from the 4 days we operated last year, we already have people moving from other skiers around Washington to us in the winter just because of what we're doing. I mean, so for me, from a brand, you know, that's huge, you know, and not that I want to. Okay, I do want to take away from other skiers. I won't lie about that. But at the same time, there's a big pot, right? I mean, there's a lot of options out there, and the more that I can add here at Stevens from a summer operation to a winter operation, the better. 4 days. We had 4 days of soft opening last year. Almost 1,400 riders in 4 days. The amount of POS bikes that showed up in those 4 days was absolutely crazy. I mean,
unbelievable.
It was crazy. Like, we stood there at the bottom of the lift, and I couldn't look at certain points because I mean, and literally people were coming up with brand new helmets that they bought on their way up that day to come and ride Stevens
on their motive.
But the branding part of that is what it does is it just builds the business. Right? They come and ride a day, and they're like, I had people come up to me, they're like, okay, I can't ride this bike here.
Like, I need a better bike.
Right, exactly. You know, and that's like, in me, I'm like, yes, you shouldn't ride that bike.
With that being said, parks in a neighborhood, people they get a bike, they don't know anything about bikes. They go to Costco, they go to Walmart, they get a bike, but then with places like this being accessible to them, they bring their piece of junk bike and they ride it here and they realize, I need a better bike. So I think the more facilities within the communities, it can only increase bike sales.
Yeah.
And it is definitely doing that in a big, big way. I mean, all you have to do is spend a couple months out here riding, and you'll encounter kids that are out here on their flapped out Murrays, and 6 months later they're attempting 360s on their new full suspension stuff. It's pretty amazing, and it's not just the kids. Their parents are seeing how involved they are, and they want to come out and see what their kids are doing, because first of all, they're really worried that their kids are going to this bike park, and then second, right, and then next thing you know, the parents are wanting to ride with the kids, and next thing you know, you just sold a whole family a new bike. Like, it's great for the local shop. It's great for the the retail business that's manufacturing the bikes. I mean, it's good all the way around.
Most of us here, and I'm just reaching, probably make our livings off sales, right? And what we're promoting and what we're offering to people, whether it's experience, whether it's bikes, whether it's something. We're all in that boat, and that's where it comes down to. I mean, luckily we all love what we do, and that makes it easy. I mean, from a ski side, from a bike side, I mean, I'm working now. I get to work tomorrow in Whistler. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but I also have to make sure that people are coming so I can keep doing it, right? I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, that's just the way it is. But at the same time, providing that best experience that we can do, whether it's Diamondback, whether it's Evergreen, whether it's Stevens Pass, whether it's King County, and that's what we're all in it for, because we don't want to ever provide something that somebody's not going to want to come back and do. Luckily, they get to come out to a place like this and do it, right? I mean, luckily they get to come to a place like Stevens. I guess my point of all the branding piece, whether it's summer, winter, outdoor, it all rolls together. And I guess that's my piece from everybody that's here, because everybody that's sitting here is on that boat, right? I mean, whether it's summer or winter, that's what we're pushing, and I think that's what we're all about. And they all basically feed each other. That's the way I see it.